Hey guys, Surya here.
I'm Johanna, and today we'll be reviewing Newport Residences.
Let's be real. This is not one of those projects where we'll come on camera and say, wow, super good buy, must buy, confirm make money.
We are going to be fair and honest. We'll show you what Newport is trying to be, who it fits, who should think twice, and then we will go ahead into the pricing using some comparisons. So first, what is Newport trying to be? This used to be the Fuji Xerox Tower, previously a purely office space.
Then what happened was that URA allowed this redevelopment because government wants to rejuvenate the CBD. Last time, CBD was a foreigner playground. You have officers, expats, investors, and there's not many local Singaporean elements.
And the idea now is re-centralization, making CBDs more livable, more balanced, and not overly dependent on foreign money.
Yes, because government also doesn't want Singapore to become like some countries in the world where CBD end up becoming mostly foreign owned. Once that happens, right, the locals can potentially gonna squeeze on the pricing, rentals, and a lot of things.
So Newport becomes a mixed development. Residential sits above, and there's also a serviced apartment component.
And the service apartment component is also part of the entire rental story because the government's aim is to help ease rental prices in the city area.
One more important context, Newport was supposed to launch in 2023, but the 60% ABSD for foreigners came in as a cooling measure, and the entire buyer landscape changed.
That's correct. So the entire project timing shifted, and now Newport's TOP is Q2 2027, which is literally just next year. So who is this project for? If you're someone who values city living, wants to be close to work, close to town, close to your colleagues, and you like the idea of a freehold product in CBD, then Newport might be relevant.
But we want to be clear, this is not a family planning type of project, and it's not a school driven project as well. Only Cantonment Primary is nearby, and honestly, buyers here are not targeting schools.
This is more for professionals, business owners, city lifestyle buyers, or long-term holders who want a trophy-style asset.
By the way, if you find this kind of straight talk useful, please help us like, share, and subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep making honest reviews and not the sugar coated kind.
Now, who should think twice? If you're looking for a fast flip or you want an obvious transformation story like those kind of big headline districts, Newport is probably not your kind of project to invest in.
If you are very price sensitive and usually compare by entry quantum first, Newport will feel expensive.
And if you want a big own stay condo lifestyle, lots of family facilities, playground, schools, community, Newport is also not that kind.
Now, let's deep dive into the location because it is the part people always assume they know, but there's some finer details you may miss out on.
Location-wise, this is Anson Road, District 2, Tanjong Pagar area.
What's important here is future connectivity. We have the Circle Line stations coming up, such as Cantonment and Prince Edward Road MRT.
These two MRT completions are expected to finish by end 2026 or early 2027. So that lines up quite closely with the TOP date of Newport. Hence, the connectivity improves as the project completes.
Lifestyle wise, one underrated point is food. It's actually near Tanjong Pagar Plaza, so there are many food options in the area.
So CBD living doesn't mean like every meal must be cafe, restaurant, cocktail bar one. You can still eat Cai fan.
Alright, so on to the project info. We will keep it fast and useful. The developer is Hong Leong Properties, a subsidiary under CDL Group.
Tenure is freehold, 246 residential units and 197 service apartment units.
And one big design point is that residential starts from level 23 onwards, so every unit has a higher floor baseline.
Now, into the unit mix, and this is very important because it tells you about the developer's intent.
Here's a breakdown on the different unit types. One bedders and one bed plus study makes up about 44% of total units. Two bedders adds up to 35%, and the larger units, which includes three bedders, four bedders, and the penthouse, make up 21%.
So nearly 80% of the project is one and two bedroom. So you can very obviously see this is those kind of like investment projects where it's very rental focused and it's not a own stay family condo design.
Okay, let's go into the pricing and comparisons. This is where you decide whether this is sensible or nonsense.
Okay, pricing. Big disclaimer first, all the numbers here we mentioned are based on our pricing matrix and estimation because the actual prices are not out yet.
Newport is freehold, TOP in 2027, and we estimate the starting from PSF to be around 3,300 with average PSF of around 3,600.
Now, let's go unit by unit.
For one bidders, we compare Newport against these projects: Beyond Shenton, Sky Everton, Spottiswoode Suite, Spottiswoode Residences, One Bernam, and One Marina Gardens. Pause the video here to take a look.
So you can see the pattern. Newport starting PSF is much higher, but it also makes sense because it's a newer freehold CBD product. And the baseline we start with are higher floors, starting at level 23 and above. This is not the kind of thing you buy and expect to flip in 4 years. The story is more of a long-term hold.
For two bidders, we again compare to the same projects, but we also include Eon Shenton and W Residences since they have two bidders as well. Newport's average quantum shown here is about 2.68 M.
So if you're a two-bedroom buyer, your questions become very direct. Are you buying for own stay, or are you purely for investment hoping for capital appreciation? If it's the second one, you might feel that the gap is a little bit hard to justify.
For three bidders, Newport's average quantum shown is 4.1 million.
This is where Newport becomes even more niche. Three-bedroom buyers at this quantum, they are usually buying primarily for own stay purchases. And they're also usually choosing between how much do they really want this as a potential own stay versus how much will this make sense as an investment.
On to the four bidders, there are lesser competitors. Only V on Shenton, Sky Everton, W Residences, and One Marina Gardens. Newport's average quantum is about 7.44 million.
The pricing is definitely quite steep one lah. And the 4-bedroom floor plan is actually a bit funny one. But it has unblocked sea view. So if someone is buying for a 4-bedroom here, it's not your typical mass market buying. It's something that you really buy for the premium vibe and as a trophy. Something you buy and enjoy for yourselves when you come home from work at night.
Also take note, the super penthouse floor plan is not ready as of today, so for the penthouse buyers out there, it's still a wait and see.
Okay, quick pause. If you appreciate that we are breaking it down by actual comparisons instead of just vibes, help us like and subscribe because it really helps us a lot.
Here's our final take, all things considered. Not suitable for most buyers.
But also, not a bad project. It's more like it only works with a long holding horizon. And for many buyers, better options exist if you want value and flexibility.
So if you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, this project is quite expensive, you're actually not wrong. But if you're the kind that wants a city freehold trophy asset, then you will see it differently.
At JXS, we use our ERE framework: entry, risk, and exit. Entry price is basically the price positioning versus resale and versus other new launches. Risk management is things like rental demand, transport, project size, developer track record, floor plan, future buyers, and upcoming transformation.
Exit strategy is the key because Newport is not a quick flip type. Newport's ERA score is inside our JXS New Launch Index 2026.
We share that score only with clients we are actively working with because a score without context can easily mislead people.
So if you found this useful, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us keep doing honest reviews.
And if you're comparing Newport against other launches or even resale options, reach out to us. Because even if Newport is not for you, the clarity still matters.
I'm Johanna.
And I'm Surya. See you in the next video.